Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is Friday, the 20th of December, 2024. We're really close to Christmas. So, Merry Christmas to y'all if I don't do a video before. I wanted to jump on quick. I did a video the other day talking about the 1,500-page bill that they were trying to get passed to keep the government open. That bill failed. Now, there's a lot of people out there saying that it is red people's fault, and a lot of people saying that the blue people were trying to keep the government open and we didn't allow it. Well, let's take a look at what else was in that bill. Now, I already told you that there was $70,000 raise, cost of living raise for Congress and Senate. They already make $174,000 a year, but they needed $70,000 more a year, even though, as taxpayers, we pay for their lodging, their food, their meals, their flight, and their salary. It was never meant to be a career. It was meant to go in and help the people of the United States and then get out of there. Some of these people have been in there for 50 plus years, milking the government tit and us paying for it. So let's take a look at some of the other stuff that was in that bill and that is in the continuing bills that they're trying to get passed. They want $850,000 for a gay senior center. I can see why that would be necessary to keep the government open. You got to have one of those. I mean, in today's world, if you don't have a gay senior center, where are the gays going to go when they get old, right? Exactly. They wanted $15 million to pay Egyptian college tuition. I mean, there's no way I could get through keeping the government open if we did not pay for Egyptian college tuition. I mean, how would we do it? I mean, we need someone to put forth some sort of plan on how we would be able to keep our government running if we didn't pay the $15 million for Egyptian college tuition. Yeah. $400,000 for gay activists to teach kids about being transgender. I don't know about you, but there's just no way we could keep the government open if we didn't have that. Right? There's no way we could keep our government running in the United States without that. That's absolutely something that was needed. They want $500,000 for a DEI zoo. Now, if you ask me, all of the DEIs are zoo members, and the Ds that are blue are all part of the zoo. But do we need $500K for that? They think so. They want $400,000 for a group to give clothes to teens to hide their gender. There is just no way we could keep the government open if we did not pay for that. I mean, can you tell me a way that we could keep the government open if we didn't have that? I need to know. I mean, these are the things that they're wanting to push through in a bill that's 1,500 pages overnight, so that way it just gets passed. And what it boils down to is none of this is really real. These are dollar amounts on the most ridiculous things in the world. But what it boils down to is they're on their way out because there's a new administration coming in on January 20th, 2025. And they need money. So this is basically like a severance package for the outgoing administration. These things that they're saying that we absolutely need to keep the government going is literally just to put into their pockets before they head out the door. And a surefire way to know that that is exactly true, what I'm telling you, is there was also a hidden clause in that same bill and in the bill that they continue to try to pass that says Congress's emails, Congress and Senate emails, are off limits to investigations. Now, can you tell me why that would have to be in a bill to keep the federal government running as a new administration is coming aboard? It's very interesting, isn't it? Makes you wonder when they talk about the vid not being investigated for 150 years because there's still some young people on the platform who could live past the 75-year mark. JFK's assassination was locked up for 75 years. September 11th. All of the information about that, 75 years. They lock all of this stuff up and put it into writing and say that by law we cannot investigate it, we can't look into it, we can't look at their emails. They work for us. All of these retarded bills that they put forth, we pay for. The United States citizens, all of these taxes that we pay, that are ridiculous, by the way, pays for their salaries, pays for what they do. And yet, they want to tell us that we can't investigate them ever. And if there's any chance that we could find information out about what they're doing, there's some sort of law that says that we can't look into it. Now, this not only happens in our federal government, but I just learned that Disney, if you sign up for Walt Disney streaming platform, they have a clause in their contract, because nobody reads it, it's just, you would think that it's just a streaming network, that if you get hurt, injured, or get assaulted in any way, you cannot sue them. It's in the contract. So even if you sign up for a temporary Disney streaming network, you sign stating that you're okay with it and you will never sue them. Isn't that interesting? This is the world we live in. I'm not even kidding. On the way out, the Biden administration also would like to give Ukraine another $1.2 billion of taxpayer money. Now, remind you, there's nothing in any of these bills for North Carolina, Florida, Maui, anybody who was affected by the harsh hurricane season. Nothing in any of these bills for them. Nothing for the American taxpayer who is struggling under the current administration and having trouble providing Christmas, Thanksgiving, just everyday life is unaffordable to most people. So let me know your thoughts. I mean, these are the things that they're trying to pass in these bills, and some of the bills are way worse than this that get passed. And they actually make it through Congress and Senate and get signed into law. It's crazy. There's another piece of news. That one is, sad enough as it is, but there's another piece of news that Fani Willis, the DA in Georgia, whatever, case against Trump that was, way out of line, and she was sleeping with her other attorney friend there, Nathan Wade. Well, she's been thrown off the case now. She cannot pursue it. If the government would like to continue that case, they have to get other people, which most likely is not going to happen, and it is going to be shut down. The other thing is Russia is tired of the current administration, so they have challenged us to a duel. Vladimir Putin has said that he would like to do a test of his Hazel hypersonic missile to show how fast it is in a duel against the United States, to say, hey, you guys put all of your countermeasures in the air and I'll fire this missile and see if you can stop it. So that's pretty interesting. Is that why Kamala Harris and Joe Biden rushed back to the White House and canceled all of their plans? Who knows? You never know. And another tidbit that I'm going to leave you with that we'll talk more about, because I got to do some more research about it. I didn't know a whole lot about this. But 12 nations, December 1st, 1959, signed an Antarctica treaty that they would never do anything with Antarctica. And it was signed into law June 23rd, 1961, by all the signatories, and has never been even challenged to this day. You're not allowed to fly over Antarctica. You're not allowed to go to Antarctica unless approved. It is a mystery. If you have any information about it, let me know in the comments. Or if you have any links or anything that you would like me to look up, let me know, because I'm interested in finding more information out about that. I didn't realize that Antarctica was such a hidden treasure. I mean, everybody wants to live where it's negative 130 below zero and nothing but ice and snow. So interesting. It's very interesting stuff. Let me know your thoughts in the comments about these bills that they're trying to pass to keep the government open. In my opinion, shut the government down. If they're going to pass stuff like that and that's what we have to pay for, then shut it down until we can get people who care about the American citizens and they care about the people who are in the United States. Then it has to be shut down, I guess. That's the only thing I can come up with. I mean, you think about it. When it comes to the lottery or going gambling, the money that you're using to buy tickets or to gamble with, you already paid taxes on that. But if you win any money over $600 with money that you already paid taxes on, you have to pay ungodly amounts of taxes because you won a prize. Not only are you already broke, but when you win, you don't win, the government wins. Look at the Powerball and the Mega Millions. If you take a lump sum, they take half of it before you even get it. So if you win $2 billion, you get a lump sum of $500 million, then you have to pay 30% in taxes. So out of a $2 billion prize, you end up with $400 million, which is, don't get me wrong, that's still a lot of money. But you just lost 3/4 of it to the federal government. So who really won the lotto? Why isn't it easier to win? Because they take it anyways. It should be, I mean, a lot easier to win with the amount of money they take from you. And when you go to the casino, if you win big, it's the same thing. You get taxed 30% on whatever you win, even though you're gambling with money you already paid taxes on, in a building that you pay taxes to pay for. I mean, you're taxed. I hope that some of these reforms that the new administration that's coming in January really go through, because it would really help a lot of people. So like I said, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. Do you think that it's time for a regime change in our government? Do you think that it's time to make the government smaller again? You know, Congress, Senate, all of these government agencies that are taking trillions and trillions of dollars from us in taxes. Do we really need all of them? Let me know. Let me know your thoughts. If I don't see you before, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I'm sure I'll do videos before that, but I just wanted to put it on here. We'll see you guys on the next video. Have a good day.